Hey there! If you're keeping an eye on the Boca Raton real estate market, you've come to the right place. We're about to dive into the numbers for March 2026, and I'm going to give you a quick, simple snapshot of what is really going on out there. Let's get right into it. First things first, just a quick heads up on the area we're talking about. All the data we're going to look at today is specifically for Central to East Boca Raton. Just wanted to make that clear because it's really important context for the numbers you're about to see. All right, let's cut to the chase. This is the big question, right? Whether you're thinking about buying, maybe selling, or you're just curious, you want to know, what's the market actually doing right now? Well, the data from March gives us a verdict that is crystal clear. It is a seller's market. But what does that really mean? Let's break down the 4 key numbers that prove it, step by step. First up, let's talk about the one number everybody always wants to know about: price. It's the ultimate sign of how hot a market is, and let me tell you, things were running very, very hot in March. The median sold price in Central to East Boca soared past the $1 million mark. To be exact, it was $1,012,500. But here's the really wild part. That is a jump of almost 17% in just 1 month. That's not just a little bit of growth, that is a massive surge. Okay, so prices are high, we got that. But are homes just sitting there with those big price tags, or are they actually flying off the shelves? Well, the answer to that tells us a whole lot about the speed of this market. 28 days. That is the median time a home spent on the market. Just think about that for a second. It's down nearly 40% from the month before. Properties aren't just selling, they're being snatched up in less than 4 weeks. The speed here is just incredible. Now, when homes are selling this fast, it has a huge effect on who has the power in a negotiation. So how much bargaining room is there, really? Who's in the driver's seat? This number right here, 94.7%, it tells you almost everything you need to know about who has the power in this market. Let me put it this way. Sellers are getting, on average, almost 95 cents for every dollar they ask for. If you're a buyer, that means there is very, very little wiggle room. But if you're a seller, it means you're in a position of incredible strength. And all of this, the prices, the speed, it all leads to the final and maybe the most crucial piece of the puzzle: supply versus demand. Are there even enough homes for sale to keep up with all these buyers? The data shows we have 5.18 months of inventory. Now, that might sound like a pretty random number, but trust me, it's one of the most important metrics for understanding the balance of power in any real estate market. So here's what that means. If not a single new house was put up for sale, it would take a little over 5 months to sell everything that's currently on the market. You know, a normal or balanced market is usually considered to be around 6 months of inventory. So the fact that we're at 5.18 tells us we are officially in territory where buyer demand is stronger than the supply of homes. So we've looked at price, speed, who has the negotiating power, and the inventory levels. Let's pull it all together into one simple, clear conclusion. What's the bottom line? So here it is, the story of March 2026 in Boca Raton. Prices are high and they're climbing fast. Homes are selling in under a month. Sellers are getting pretty much exactly what they're asking for, and there just aren't enough homes to go around. Every single one of these numbers points in the exact same direction. It is a hot seller's market. When you put all this data together, the picture is perfectly clear. This is a dynamic, super fast, and highly competitive environment. So the real question isn't just if you're prepared to make a move, it's, are you prepared to make it quickly?